customize, and pretty much your character in the game. And you have Wait, hold on. Damn. Okay. God damn. Yeah. Jesus. Alright, so boom. What is Mecha Break, bro? Mecha Break is a game where you pretty much a pilot that is a cog in a gear, or gear in a cog, however the saying goes, is where you pretty much get different mechs, have fun, and play multiplayer, and almost like an extraction shooter. Not like, it's pretty much an extraction shooter. The different characters that you have here, I forgot how this is pronounced, Lizness? Anyways, so the Lizness, Falcon, Luminae, Tracera, Welkin, Narukame, Hurricane, Sky Raider, Stego, Aquila, Panther, and Panika. And also, these are 3 characters that are pretty much, you see right here, obtained at Matrix Selections, but this one is via Matrix Contract, which is pretty much the battle pass that I'll go over later in the video. So each character have their own set of weapons, abilities, and whatever the case may be. Their ability, strength, like their ability as in strength, movement speed, and all that stuff. But here, this is specifically for the weapons and ammunition, but stronger in what it is. It's almost like you carrying a rocket launcher, and these are like your assault rifles, and this is like your pistol in a sense. Airdrop kit. This pretty much summons airdrop to replenish armor and weapons, which is pretty much a given. It's what it's used for. But this is only specific for this mech. These are different mechs. I mean, there are different mechs for different reasons and different ways that you utilize this. But this specific one is pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like not mid tier, but it's pretty much the average mech where like you get a little bit of strength, a little bit of speed, a little bit of like support in, you know, however the case may be. Striker designs. This is where you pretty much edit your colors of your mechs here. Pilots. This is just your person that you create, customize, and pretty much your character in the game. And you have Wait, hold on. Damn. Okay. Okay, so you have a tactical station. This is how I want you guys to read this game. Striker band. This is where you mess with how switching your different mechs. This is how you mess with your missions, meaning there's different missions that you can utilize to go get obviously rewards. What you would want to do, you see I can't, it's not gonna let me like scroll over and like kind of point at it, so I'm gonna try to go zoom in. So you see the client striker, which is any striker, it doesn't matter what striker you are. Mode Operation Verge, meaning the type of mission. Operation Verge on the left side of the screen is a 6v6 mode. For a squad to complete the objective, win. And there's different forms of objectives. It may be team deathmatch, it may be like capture the flag. Like, it's different game modes that is here, but they name it differently in this game. So, but here you want to go, obviously, hit all these. It doesn't matter. Each striker has a mission, so you don't have to really worry about. Don't be so pressed about figuring out what mission to do, because each one usually have their own striker, but the main one, it doesn't matter what striker you are, as long as you're doing what it asks you, meaning pilot any striker and win battles in Operation Verge, or do specific modes with the specific pilot. I think this is a good way to make you try out other pilots, I mean not pilots, different mechs, to see what suits you best, but you get a reward in the end. So this is, like I said, the tactical station. This is where you do your regular game modes. You look at this as just game modes with random objectives. But here, Operation Storm, which is my favorite one, Mashmak. Neutralize enemies, collect dropped weapons and supplies, and beware of rival mercenaries and deadly pulse storms. Use an extraction point to evacuate when the operation ends. Now, what is this game mode? It is what you would consider as an everyday extraction shooter. That's what you want to look at this as. This is where you go in, find weapons, mods, ammo, whatever the case may be for your mech. So this is me personally. This is what I like to do, Mashmak. I don't really like going to the tactical station to play like 6v6 or 3v3. One, I don't have a squad yet for me to keep looking at tactical station. I don't like playing with randoms. But Operation Storm, as weird as it sounds, I think you would find... I mean, it's a mixed bag of what teammates you have because it's a 3 squad, meaning squads of 3 raid outputs in Mashmak, meaning you have 3 people. You have, 2 other people in your squad to pretty much look for stuff, look for loot, mods, ammo, Mashmak. Now this, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The normal mode is under 2000 combat readiness. Now, what does that mean? Combat readiness means... what is the airdrop? How would I word it? It's pretty much how much equipment that shows that you really that nigga, pretty much. So the airdrops, meaning like summoning beacon, repair station, that adds on to the combat readiness specifically for the airdrops. So say for example, I am wanting to add weapons to my loadout because mind you, when you're at the striker bay, they are default weapons that you have. There's no way of getting rid of these weapons. You could only have a second loadout, which is pretty dope about this game. So let's just go back to Operation Storm and you add airdrops. Now I have a couple weapons. So this is how you always would want to go grab weapons. Alright, you either go to add airdrops, go here, which is weapon airdrop, edit, and click what weapons that you have installed in your inventory, or you go into the actual inventory tab, go to weapons, and look at the very weapons that you have that you want to equip onto your secondary loadout when you're actually in the mission. But let's go back to Operation Storm and go add airdrops, weapon drop, edit. Let's just put a Gatling gun. This would be considered, I believe, your left trigger if you use the Xbox controller. You add the ammo because obviously this is something that is very limited, and a missile. Wait, let me also add on to the missile launcher. I don't have ammo. I guess I'll just find it in game. But let's keep it as that. So these are the rules and parameters of a weapon airdrop beacon. These weapons are in your inventory. Remember I was referring to the striker bay, right? With your weaponry, where you could never get rid of these weapons. I'm telling you, you need to have that secondary loadout, because sometimes, depending on the scenario you're in, you need a lot more of firepower. And I'm telling you, you need these. It puts up your combat readiness here, which is your airdrop. You see how it went from it went to 480 from I forgot the previous number, but this is what the airdrop is. It adds on to your combat readiness, meaning like how much of a real nigga that you really are. And the mods is obviously towards your character, but we'll go get to that in a bit. I want to finish talking about weapon airdrop. So the weapon airdrop, the weapons that you have equipped, this is something that is in your inventory. It's not stuck to your mech. So when you're in a mission, meaning when you're in the extraction shooter mode, if you get killed, people will loot you and take those weapons from you, and you cannot get them back unless you get it back in blood. All right, so let's go back. And let's go back to combat readiness specifically for the mods. Now, this is where we have to go back to the striker bay. And go switch breakers. Because right now, I'm really fucking with Luminae. Luminae. Now, I'm not going to go too hard in terms of like exactly what it is, but I'm going to show you just a synopsis of what this character is. This mech is. It's a support. You either heal your teammates, or pretty much the way the weapon works specifically for this mech is like you pretty much parasitic. You shoot like these kind of drones into your enemy combatants, and you actually tear away at their health over time. But let's not get too much into it. The reason why I want to go to this mech in specific is to show off the strength of the mech. So the way you go to it is that obviously you go back to the Operation Storm. I'm not gonna lie, I like this game specifically for the Mashmak, meaning the extraction shoot 'em up. I like doing it. I love looting. I love RPGs. But the way that you want to go edit the mods, meaning the combat readiness, you see how my mods is at 2,000? Yeah, I really put in that work. So you go to mods here, and then you put the mods onto each each part of your mech. There's the Curriculum Cascade engine, the skeleton, system, muscle, and cockpit. Honestly, I'm not going to fully indulge in what each of that mean exactly. I just look at a mod, look at the stats, and throw it on my damn mech. I'm not going to go too hard into like what each part of it is. You read it, and it's pretty much like self-explanatory. Right now, my mod combat readiness is 2,000. You grab these mods from fighting enemies or looting enemies, either AI or enemies that you fight in the game. Alright, let's move on to what these currencies are. So these are achievement points. Points that track their shadow, special task forces, combat strength, size, and influence. Can be used to unlock data entries in the pilot report, medal slots, insignia slots, and striker design, and pilot customization. So what the hell does that mean? You can left click on this, right? And pretty much this is like pretty much your combat card. Like, so if you ever played Apex Legends, you see how you pick a character, you have certain things like the kills, deaths, and stuff like that. Explain pretty much how much of a real nigga that you are. You want to show off what you actually done. You use these coins, points, and go purchase whatever you want. So like, say for example, how many career kudos that you give it to other people or you receive. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure which one that it is. Kill death ratio 0.86. I could do a lot better, but I ain't gonna lie, the niggas in this game is a little too OP, so you really gotta have some people that know what they're doing, and then so on and so forth. You can have an equipped title. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but there. And then medals, where you can pick a random one that you would earn throughout playing the game. Missions tokens, you get these by either selling items or doing certain missions. So I only have 1279 mission tokens, and you can get missions tokens by selling lustrous Corite ores, and I think you can sell for other items, but I'm not I don't know which items it is exactly. But I know that these Corite ores of different tiers, this is the green tier, because it go from common to green, which is fine, and then superb, rare, and then obviously gold, which is flawless. And I was going by the colors, not the specific items. I'm going by the colors. It's like grayish, green, blue, purple, gold. This one is green. So let's use this to show what it is, how it looks like. Confirm. Mission tokens. Now, what do you do with mission tokens? You could go get cargo rockets, extraction beacons, supply crates, and pretty much anything that's pretty much in this tab in the matrix selections. You can also purchase Corite here, which is the high purity passivated Corite crystals used as currency for resource exchange. Honestly, I'm not trying to cop any of this because honestly, you can earn them in game. In a way that you earn these in-game currencies, you go to the Martix Marketplace. So, we're gonna head back here in a second, but the inventory, right? You see how there's mods, you see minimum selling price 40. You can sell random items. Actually, I think all your items. So patterns, colors, mods, weapons. I'm not sure about ammo. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure about ammo. But you go to Marketplace and you're able to sell them. This is pretty much like if you ever played Warframe, this is the open trading market. You can sell any weapon. Let's say for example my listings, and let's go to sell. So we could sell random mods that is not even open yet, current mods, the blueprints and stuff. You can't sell not weapons, ammo. You can't sell ammo, but you can sell pretty much everything else. So each item, it shows obviously minimum. If you find some good shit, you can sell that for a pretty penny. You get what I'm saying? So, but do I have anything on these, like my beds and listen? No, I'm still learning about the game, and I'm still looting and learning how to play this game. So that is what Corite is. Now matrix credits, I honestly believe that this is one of the most important currencies in this game. And the reason why I say that is because this is common currency used with Misra Matrix for tactical supplies. What is tactical supplies? Wait, is it Operation Storm? Is it Operation Storm? Hold on. Matrix supplies. These blue currencies, you needed to buy weapon airdrop beacons so you could transport from your inventory at your home base onto the battlefield, which I was referring to before, to increase your combat readiness. You need these. You need this currency. You really do need this currency. You need to buy ammo for each of the guns, and also recon repair beacons that you're able to utilize and upgrade. So yeah, matrix credits, trust me, you're going to really try to get into that. But how do you get this type of currency? My way of finding out how to get that currency is simply selling certain items that you have in your inventory that is sellable at that currency price. So say for example, paint kit, you could get random paint kits, and I think paint kits are upon use, meaning it's one-time use. So if you use it on a mech weapon, it's pretty much going to disappear forever, but it's only allocated to that specific mech. But don't quote me on that. I think that's what I see so far though. But you're able to sell these items and sell it for matrix credits, and that's where you'll be able to go pretty much, you know, use it for you to buy ammo. And trust me, like I said, you will be buying these a lot. You will be. Trust and believe. Let's go to the logistics. So the logistics, matrix contract. Shark allocation bonus, unlock Inferno, exchange for 15 mission tokens if it's already unlocked, meaning if you already have it. Merit boost, contract sign-in bonus, claim 3 free units of the cargo, rocket beacon, 1 weekly, and matrix selection, seasonal items at matrix selection, matrix contract name card. Now what the hell is all this? It is a battle pass. That's what this is. This is a battle pass because it says claim 3 units weekly in matrix selections. Now is this, hold on. Well, I'm not going to show all that. But yes, this is pretty much a battle pass. Am I going to purchase it? No, I'm not going to purchase it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to purchase it. But that is a battle pass. And when you use these, when you receive mission tokens, like I said, you can use this to go buy random things in matrix selections with the mission points. You can get these three different mechs that I've showed before in the striker bay that is pretty much that is unlockable, but only through obviously using mission tokens, which 7-day trial, you don't keep it, so be mindful of that. Mission points, do I honestly, mission points, I'm not really pressed about mission points so you keep it a stack, but that's where you can utilize to go use your mission points. Now there's one thing I would like to let you guys know when you're playing this game. Let's go to Operation Storm, right? So I think you see your teammates around here when you're playing the game, and I want you to be wary of this. This is so annoying to me that I don't like about this game. I'm trying to see where I can like correctly see this, but the default keybind for voice chat is T, and when you're in a lobby with other people or with your squad, right, you're gonna have to press T to pretty much, you have to press T to either initiate the voice chat, you have to press T to either hold to speak or push, switch the mode to push to talk. You go to voice chat here, and then the toggle or hold to speak. The toggle is so annoying because when you are getting into a mission and when you getting out of a mission, it will turn voice chat off. So always be cognizant of you pressing T when you're getting out and getting into a mission, because it will turn it off as soon as you get in and out of that mode. So be wary of that. There's no open mic. There's only hold to speak or press the toggle. And it's obviously you want it always on if you have a mic so you can communicate with your teammates, but that's just the way it is. It's annoying, but that's just the way it is. It will just turn off when you get in and out of a mission. Alright, so now I'll show y'all guys an example of how these games look like when you're actually getting into Operation Storm. But like I said, Tactical Station, I'm not really going to go over it in this specific video, because like I said, this is like, say for example, like Call of Duty multiplayer. There's like team deathmatch, there's domination, there's you know, different game modes, like capture the flag, like different game modes. It's fun, but like I said, personally, I just want to go play with friends that I actually have a squad with, not random people. But Operation Storm is the one I would honestly play with randoms with, but it is a mixed bag, so just be cognizant of who you playing with and making sure that they know what they're doing, or if they have a mic, makes things, I swear to God, for like 5 times better. All right, but this time we're going to go free for all, and we can't do this, obviously. Oh, wait. Oh! I can go into normal. Okay, I thought that you was pretty much locked out of the combat readiness to go get into a mission, but it looks like I'm getting into a mission. So, right when we get in the mission, we'll continue on right after I find one. Alright, we found a match. So, we have our weapon beacon. You see our combat readiness? That motherfucker's 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Stupid. But actually, whoa. You know what I just realized? They messed with my mods. I don't know what they did, but they messed with my mods. I guess we technically is pilot mods. Oh, that's how they did it. So they did it automatically for you to make sure you fit the parameters of 2000. All right, so that is a learning lesson for me. I didn't know that. That's my first time seeing that, actually. So if you're well above the combat readiness for normal, hard, or I think the last one is what, extreme or something like that, or very hard, it will do it for you automatically. You keep all your weapons, which is interesting, but yeah, let's ready up and get into a mission.
Luminae, ready to strike. Pilot proceeding on.
All right, let's do this shit. Let's go. Wait, ooh. God damn. Yeah. Jesus.
Injecting coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate stable. Mind bridge initiated.
Eliminate CS Vanguard forces in various strongholds. Neutralizing enemies yields weapons or supplies. Proceed to an extraction point once it's ready.
All right.
Luminae, let's do this.
I'm not gonna lie, me and Luminae and a free fall is honestly a wild fucking thing that I'm doing. So what the first thing you want to do is go press down D-pad, right thumbstick. I'm not sure what it is like for keyboard and mouse. Let me get my weapons. I need my weapons. Come on, controller. Alright, cool. So, now this is how this works. I'm using my weapons. Okay. Now I'm using my loadout weapons. So now I'm gonna press switch modular weapons to my actual weapons that is locked onto my mech. I'm in corruption mode, meaning damage mode. So pretty much, you can pretty much dip at their health with Luminae. Let me have unlimited energy, because this is literally meant for support. Like if you want to freaking dip out, pressing the right bumper. That's how you get the hell up out of there for your safety. So let's go keep looking around. Hopefully we don't really see an enemy. And also these bases usually have ammo. You would want that ammo. See, ammo right there. Yep. L button, do some damage since I'm in corruption mode. Corruption mode, when I'm nearby an enemy, they get damaged. Get unlimited energy. Who is beaming me? It's you. Let me switch my weapons. Check that out.
Right.
Yeah. Since I'm by myself, I really gotta make sure I check out everything.
Fire from behind. Energy low. Insufficient
Energy, come on. Hurry up. Oh!
ammo. Reloading.
Hold on, I got him. I know what to do.
Weapon not ready.
These will go through the enemy shields.
Insufficient engine output. Weapon not ready.
Put you little ass niggas out my face. You fucking annoying. Wait, I'm healing myself.
Support mode.
There's so many freaking controls I'm doing all at the same time.
Unavailable.
So what we gonna do? We just gonna nip at his health since he had that continuous fucking shield going on. Come on.
Unavailable.
Go close. Yep.
Energy low.
Alright, what you got? Alright, so he don't have ammo for my specific weapons, but let's go to the ammo because I need ammo. Alright, so boom, boom. Alright, cool. So we have, oh yeah, this fuckhead. Give me a second. I'm stay nearby him so I can go through. Here's my L button. Oh no, no, you're not running away, my boy.
Unavailable.
You're not running away. Alright, so I'm gonna loot him in a little bit later. I noticed that I didn't really grab the ammo that I freaking need. Yes, thank you. Collected, thank you. Alright, now I have it collected. So I just want to check this out as soon as possible. Alright, check that out. So we have like 3 minutes left.
Energy low.
And mind you, enemies are always spawning. They always pop out from inside the base. You just want to avoid them. Wait, peacefully, I said peacefully, successfully extracted from extraction point C to go get 800 matrix points. Let's go try doing that. Take care of this fucker. Look at the map. It's really far. But you know what? Just because of this video, I don't want to necessarily like stay in this mission for as long as I would like to. But on the way there, we're gonna see what else we can get into while we go into the next part to go past time.
Large Corite extractor dismantling failed. Corite pulse storm incoming. Stabilizing. Over here. Energy low. Energy low. Unavailable.
Oh shit. Alright.
Reloading.
Alright, come here.
Energy low. Insufficient engine output. Unavailable.
Get off me.
Insufficient engine output.
I'll deal with you later. Alright, so let's start looting. We got some blue stuff. We have this. What else we have? Paint job that usually you always get. Alright, boom. And freaking energy ammo that I don't need. But let's start heading towards A,
Weapon not ready.
which is extraction.
Energy low.
That's the actual character. I don't want the smoke, bro.
Insufficient ammo. Energy low. Energy low.
Yeah, you getting tagged up, boy. You getting tagged up. You getting tagged up. Reconnecting. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. What is happening? Oh, wait. I took him out. Okay. See? Stop playing me, bro. Oh, he has some shit on him, Patch. Give me your freaking ammo. Oh.
Support mode. Corruption mode.
You know what? I got him.
Extraction point A is ready. Unavailable. Extraction point A cleared.
It's been cleared, bro? Are you serious?
Stabilizing.
Nah, come here, bro. You made me miss my point, bro.
Weapon not ready. Insufficient engine output. Reloading.
You made me miss my point, bro. You're dying.
Enemy down.
Get blicked. I wanted to execute him. Y'all saw that? He made me miss my point. I meant my extraction.
Preparing extraction point Support B. Mode. Weapon not ready. Support mode.
Ammo? It's been looted, that's why. Okay. So I'm already healed, thank you. Yeah, so when you see like when you see enemies with the name on top of their head, like the name of their mechs, that's an actual player.
Corruption mode.
So yeah, I was out here blicking that man.
Weapon not ready.
You know what I just realized? Low key, this support is low key OP because it goes through the armor. I'm gonna go to B. I'm pretty much ass. Those are actual players. They're fighting each other.
Reloading. Enemy down. Reloading. Insufficient engine output.
He's still getting hit.
Stabilizing. Unavailable. Reloading.
I'm getting out of here, bro. I don't care how you feel. Alright, what this guy got? He had... Okay, nothing special, bro. He really didn't have nothing special. Reload. I'm gonna go back outside and see what's up.
Energy low. Insufficient engine output. Insufficient engine output.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, and I think the mech that's up with the W. That one is a heavy duty one, so I was actually holding up fairly well against him, and I think he was a noob. I'm not gonna lie, because I was able to really throw him the fuck off.
Support mode.
Support mode. Let me heal myself. I need all the health that you can get. I mean, I could have healed my mech right there, but
Correction mode.
come on,
Unavailable.
clear this out. Oh, you get burnt up by touching that lava.
Unavailable.
Alright, I'm getting out of here. You see what I mean? Where you need the.
Insufficient engine output.
Let me try to get out of here before they start shooting at me more. Alright.
Mission complete.
I had 3 kills. Damage to Mechs. Damage to foes. Foes is actual players. Damage taken. Of course, I've taken a dumb amount of damage, but hey, I was putting in that work. I mean, Matrix contract bonus perks. Unlock this and you have to sign them. Pretty much pay that battle pass. Got my loot. Rare boxes. Straight rob them. But yeah, so this is what Mecha Break is. Maybe in another video I'll show the tactical station, meaning like the 6v6, 3v3s and stuff like that. But other than that, I hope you enjoy. Have fun and get that bread. Deuces.